Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Content Monsters, and in today's episode we are going to do a product review. Yes, the new Apple Watch Ultra.
Honor and recognition in case of success.
Now, Apple takes the usual formula with the Apple Watch Ultra right to the next level and packages it particularly for outdoors and more. It comes at a very heavy price, and while intuitively it might seem to be more relevant for people who are interested in outdoors, but even for the casual smartwatch user, there's a lot packed in here in this absolute masterpiece. Without an iota of doubt, this is easily Apple's best smartwatch and possibly the best smartwatch overall by a huge mile. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 7 reasons why I'd still recommend buying this watch despite the high entry cost that this watch entails. So just a quick look at this watch will tell you how rugged and unique the design of the watch. It has a fairly large dial, and the case itself surrounds the edges of the sapphire front crystal display. The 49mm screen is also the largest display ever on an Apple Watch, and it features up to 2000 nits of brightness, almost double that of the Apple Watch Series 8. Now that should easily make the display readable even in the brightest outdoor situation. And the sapphire is a big step up from the Ion X glass from many of the less expensive Apple Watch models and can withstand any drops and a very tough lifestyle without being scratched at all. Now on the right side of the dial is the familiar round digital crown and the side button, and both, as you can see, are fairly raised so that it's easy to use even when you're wearing gloves. This case, as you can see, also sports dual speakers for better audio calls and to better hear Siri. There's also a 3 microphone array to provide the best audio for voice messages and calls. And most importantly, underwater explorers will also be happy to hear that the watch is also water resistant to up to 100 meters, doubling any other Apple Watch in the market in terms of water resistance. Now, the second reason why I'd recommend buying this watch is the battery life. The battery life for the Apple Watch Ultra is almost twice that of any other Apple Watch that's out there in the market. It's on par with other rugged smartwatches that exist in the market. It provides a battery life of almost 36 hours for regular use, which is almost double of what other Apple Watches do. Typically, a Series 7 or a Series 8 would provide you 18 hours of regular use when fully charged, but this one goes up to 36 hours, and that's a huge plus, especially for those people who don't like to charge their watches every night. And there is a high possibility that a future update will provide up to 60 hours of battery life at very low use, and so then you can clearly get rid of the charger if you're out to explore something for at least 2 to 3 days. The third reason I'd recommend buying this watch is this orange color, this international orange color action button on the left side of the watch. Now you can customize it to control different functions like starting a workout, to activate a 86 decibel siren that can be heard from 600 feet away. There are 2 different patterns of the siren, one that suggests distress and other is the universally recognized SOS. Now the fourth reason I'd recommend buying this watch is the Wayfinder watch face. As you can see clearly on the home screen of this watch face is one of the main ways that users can interact with the Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch Ultra is sporting a unique and exclusive option with the Wayfinder face. Taking advantage of the larger screen, the face can show up to 8 complications. There is also a built-in compass on the dial. You can also customize the face for the mountain, ocean or trail use. There's also a new night mode just for the face. So turn the digital crown and you can activate that night mode. The entire interface turns red for better visibility in dark conditions. The fifth reason I'd recommend you go for this one is there are many new outdoor features that exist in the watch. Now, it's not just that the design and the look feel of the watch is very rugged. It also supports a lot of outdoor features. Only for the largest Apple Watch is a depth app automatically starting when you're underwater. It displays the time, the current depth, the water temperature, duration under and maximum depth reached. You can also program the action button to quickly launch the app. Another exclusive is the Oceanic Plus app. Apple partnered with Huish Outdoors. The app will turn the Apple Watch Ultra into a true dive computer. You can see information like dive metrics, ascent rate, and a safety stop guidance. For use underwater, the app uses visual and haptic alerts. Apple has completely redesigned the Compass app for watchOS 9 for Apple Watch Ultra and other models, and along with a hybrid view with a digital analog compass dial, it features the compass waypoints and backtrack feature. Both of these can now be started with the action button. So as you can see, this is the perfect companion for anyone who's interested a lot in outdoor and adventure activities. The sixth reason for going for these watches is this ultra cool watch bands. Now with this Apple Watch Ultra, you can get the trail loop, the alpine loop, and the ocean band. Now I've gone for the alpine green colored band, which is the alpine loop. This thin trail loop is made with soft woven nylon and features a tab for very quick and easy adjustment. The alpine loop is woven from 2 layers of material without any stitching. A titanium G-hook fastener provides a secure attachment. As the name suggests, the ocean band is made for the water. It stretches and uses a tube-like design for the best fit. An optional tail will allow divers to wear it over a wetsuit. And lastly, the best part of the Apple Watch Ultra is that it has all the new features of the Apple Watch Series 8 and much more. Firstly, it is a temperature sensor that brings more insight into a woman's health. Crash detection uses new motion sensors to determine a severe car crash and automatically dials emergency services if a person is unresponsive. It also provides the exact location to first responders and all your emergency contacts. So these would be my 7 reasons for going in for an Apple Watch Ultra. And like I said, the cost is clearly a huge barrier. But even for casual smartwatch users, there is a lot that you can do with this. In fact, I won't be wrong in saying that even if you don't have your iPhone with you, you can actually very clearly make audio calls and receive audio calls with this watch. So without a doubt, this is something that Apple has created with a lot of care, a lot of effort, and that shows in the design and in the daily usage of this watch. Now, while I've listed out the 7 reasons why you should go for this watch, the one thing that I felt completely let down by, and more so because Apple is such a huge proponent of good, simple, neat, clean design, is this cover. For me, the outer cover of the box is made of very poor quality paper. Somehow it just doesn't befit an Apple brand to come up with an outer cover which is so shabby. Once you open it, inside it's all neat and clean, like all typical Apple products are. Now this is so much more nicer and more Apple-like, but I don't know what the reasons are. How come do they have a cover over these 2 boxes which is so shabby? I haven't seen an Apple cover or a case as bad and as shabby as this, and that too for one of the most expensive smartwatches by a huge distance. So I just won't understand why this. What could be the possible reasons to cover their packages with this very poor quality package. Now whether it's the fact that they want to save this packaging is something I don't know. They could have attempted just covering it with some very light gelatin paper, but this for sure doesn't work. It just makes the overall feel of buying a new watch as expensive as this a notch or 2 lower in terms of experience, and that's not something you associate with Apple. That's the one thing I definitely thought I must add. But apart from that, like I said, these are 7 reasons I'd recommend that you go for an Apple Watch despite that heavy dent that it will make in your pocket. If you purchase an Apple Watch Ultra, do let us know what you think of our review. And if you're planning to buy one, do consider our review before you go ahead and make that decision. If you liked our review, please do subscribe to our channel. And for many more such reviews, we'll keep coming back. See you soon. Thank you.